Or is Kendrick having a moment right now and doing his best to put on for the city? Over the last decade or so, we've had a number of waves come through, with Atlanta being most dominant, but also Chicago, Detroit, New York, Florida. Each wave kind of brought out a new sound and new artists. Not saying LA has been quiet, but official Kendrick Lamar insider DJ Head said K-Dot got a plan to hold the game down for like 4 years.
Dot going crazy right now, bro. So I will say this though, because I already know the people is recording us and shit. The homie ain't done, and this is what niggas is on right now.
Even with all the waves that we've had, I just don't see it. Again, outside of the South, we haven't had a long time with every new wave. We still low-key in the female rapper phase, and niggas is like, all right, now, time to move on. The whole time I thought we was raging. Are we still raging? I mean, the last time the West held shit down was like late 80s, early 90s. NWA, Cube solo, Dre solo, Snoop, Tupac. Shit, since the West Coast, East Coast shit, it's been pretty quiet for out there. You can make a case for Game probably in the mid-2000s, but what's wild about that is in the middle of him making a name for himself outside of beefing with Dre and 50, who were always going to be a part of his story, he ended up passing the torch to Kendrick. Low-key helped pave the way for the man. Was there at the crowning ceremony when they named Kendrick the new king of the West.
I'm going to say this and I'm going to mean this. Nigga, you got the torch, nigga. You better run with it.
And ever since, it's been Kendrick. Claiming number one seems like it was pretty intentional on some like Pinky in the Brain as take over the world scheme. Feel like Kendrick is trying to play big homie. This might be a little tangent. Kanye came back to the city. G Snatch I don't like. He get Dirk on the verse every now and again. But really, outside of that, I don't think Ye did enough as OG for drill. I mean, Keith went on to hold it down and inspire a lot of rappers after him, but they was from all over the place. The biggest impact the Chicago drill wave had was basically making way for UK and New York drill. But it's only so much that Kendrick can do. Rap moves fast. In 4 years, we on some whole other shit. So trying to have a chokehold on the game that long is a bit much for anyone to expect. It could also be, I'm just making content and looking way too deep into bro's intentions. Like, yeah, the point of the pop-out was to put it on for sure, but having a bunch of West Coast niggas and SZA all over GNX, that could have just been what felt right at the moment. It doesn't necessarily mean he intends to step aside and make way for the whole coast. Like I said, he claimed number one, and that don't sound like a nigga that's ready to retire and just fade to black. I mean, he out here making J moves with Jay. Okay, so I filmed this video before news broke that accusations have been levied against Sean Jay-Z Carter. I don't really have any comments on that. However that goes is how that goes. It's cool if you want to go and, protest. It doesn't affect my life at all. I just hate that anybody who's ever associated with Jay-Z is now looked at it. Like, bro, just because you associate with someone or do business with someone means nothing. Especially when you're Jay-Z, Diddy, Harvey Weinstein. These people of power who have no other choice but to know everybody. They worked with everybody. Anybody who's ever stood next to Jay-Z is now automatically guilty of some weird shit. And quite the fuck, frankly, this lawyer who's coming out with these accusations, I've looked into him. Apparently he's on trial for some things as well. This is the type of person who preys on public sensitivities. And right now, there is a surge of PDF file content where people are either being hunted down or accused. And it's not as prevalent as the internet would make you. Like, I have the Citizen app on my phone, and like 9 times out of 10, they'll tell me somebody else has moved into my neighborhood, and really it's the same nigga you told me about 3 weeks ago. So, I mean, like, yeah, no, it's happening, and there's definitely a possibility that Jay-Z is guilty and that Kendrick is guilty. I personally don't give a shit until it is proven. Now it's gonna then and only then will it be like, oh, okay, listening to your music feels kind of weird, so I'm not gonna. And if it doesn't feel weird to you, have at it. I don't give a shit. I don't really actually give a shit. Yes, there are children in danger, but also yes, this type of shit is a distraction to keep those children out of danger. And it's also not just fodder because your favorite lost a battle and you can't understand why. So you say that Birds of a Feather or the Glass Stones or some bullshit, whatever. Back to the video. I mean, he out here making J moves with Jay, but also making new music. But also, I see a new Cash App ad every week. But that also makes me wonder if Kendrick is going to be too visible. Say what you want, but a big part of why Drake lost the battle is because going in, we already had Drake fatigue. Plenty of people have talked about it, so it really is a thing. Most of us like Drake. Kendrick even like Drake sometimes. But a lot of it was getting kind of stale. I don't even play For All the Dogs no more. Her Loss gets some spin. Never Heard, honestly, never mind all the way through. Or Views, CLB. I mean, I can't remember if I did. It all kind of blends together. I don't really have a favorite artist, but the ones that have been able to keep my attention are Kanye, Tyler, Kendrick, to some extent Cole. It's a reason that their, for lack of a better word, eras have lasted longer than any region's wave at the moment. So it's possible Kendrick can give us 4 projects and 4 different vibes in 4 years. Very possible. But then it's like, what else is new? I mean, aside from the frequency of drops. That's welcome, but again, hopefully not overdoing it. Like, we've already seen pushback to some of Kendrick little homies.
I don't got no problem with blacks. I love blacks. People got that shit twisted, man. Motherfuckers are just looking for any reason to fucking, oh, fuck lefty.
And also, where is Baby King? 2 phone Baby King? You telling me you can get top on the phone, but not 2 phone Baby King? To circle back to my original point, the West hasn't been quiet. We've had breakout years and critically acclaimed albums from Tyler, the Creator, make numbers and releasing on a Monday. Schoolboy Q with Blue Lips was and still might be my favorite album this year. Ab-Soul had Soul Burger, and Vince Staples' Dark Times, another good one. Now Snoop and Dre are putting out the sequel to Doggy Style. But saying I can't wait for Snoop's Missionary is out of the fucking question.